1940s nightstands were compact control centers built for darkness, silence, and speed. You are standing beside a bed in a wartime-era home. The room smells faintly of wood polish and ironed cotton. The nightstand sits close enough that your hand finds it without looking. Every inch serves a purpose. Storage was not decorative, it was defensive. People planned for blackouts, power cuts, and sudden danger. The nightstand held tools for night survival. Mattresses in the 1940s shaped how nightstands were used. Mattresses were thinner and firmer than modern ones. Beds sat lower to the floor. That made nightstands shorter and heavier. A low mattress allowed a sleeper to reach the nightstand without lifting the shoulder. This reduced noise and movement. The goal was access without alerting anyone nearby. Items stayed within reach of a relaxed arm. Bedding layers influenced what went into the nightstand. Blankets were heavy and tucked tight. Sheets were crisp and restrained movement. You could not easily reach under thick bedding for items. The nightstand solved that. Flashlights were kept on top under cloth covers. Matches stayed in shallow drawers. Medicines sat in labeled tins. Every object had a fixed position. Muscle memory mattered in total darkness. Pillows in the 1940s were flatter and firmer. Heads stayed low. Ears stayed alert. This made bedside storage even more critical. A flatter pillow meant less head movement to glance toward the nightstand. Some people slept facing it on purpose. The top surface often held a watch or clock with raised numbers. Touch confirmed the time without light. This supported silent night checks. Bed frames, really shaped storage behavior back in the day. Frames were either metal or solid wood, and, a lot of them creaked under movement. That pushed folks to rely more on the nightstand instead of getting up and risking a noisy bed. Drawers were lined with felt or sometimes just paper to help reduce sound. Loose items? Those got wrapped up in cloth just to keep things extra quiet. Even the drawer pull made a difference. Rounded wooden knobs, they stayed quiet too. This was stealth storage, tucked right inside a simple domestic object. Sheets in the 1940s were tightly fitted and usually tucked hospital style, so movement was kind of restricted. Reaching down to the floor for anything could make a racket. The nightstand, though, eliminated that risk altogether. Items folks used at night stayed off the floor. Shoes were kept on the lower shelf, ready for quick entry. Slippers faced outward for fast use, and a flashlight sat right beside them, just in case of blackout conditions. Room setup centered the nightstand as a hub. Beds were placed close to walls to limit exposure. The nightstand filled the gap between bed and wall. This blocked drafts and muffled sound. It also created a shadow zone. Valuables placed there stayed hidden from doorway view. Drawers faced inward toward the sleeper, not outward. This reduced visibility if someone entered the room. Walls and floors affected nightstand design. Floors were wood or linoleum and echoed sound. Dropping an item at night was a risk. The nightstand top often had a cloth runner to prevent slipping. Drawers caught falling items before they hit the floor. Walls lacked insulation. Sounds traveled easily. Nightstands acted as buffers, absorbing minor noises. Nighttime routines defined how the nightstand was packed. Items followed order of use. Light first, time second, protection third, health items last. Folks practiced reaching for these items in the dark. This built speed and confidence. During air raids or power loss, the nightstand became the first response station. You did not search, your hand knew the way. Modern applicability is direct and practical. Thin mattresses and low beds restore reach efficiency. Fixed placement builds night muscle memory. Quiet materials reduce risk. A nightstand should hold only night-critical items. Remove clutter. Use weight and solidity. Avoid hollow furniture. Position it tight to the bed and wall. Practice access with lights off. The 1940s nightstand was not furniture. It was a silent tool. Apply that mindset tonight. Subscribe for more historical survival insights and share this with someone who values quiet preparedness.